Hello, everybody. Well, we had a couple of technical difficulties here with Be Live. It said there's a high load. You guys are probably overwhelming it with how many people come on these live broadcasts. They couldn't handle it. So thank you guys for coming on. My name is Bradley Sutton. I'm joined by
Matt Benton. Good morning.
And we are coming to you live from live from Irvine, California, here at Helium 10 headquarters, where this is episode 29 of our Facebook Live. Can everybody hear me okay and everything? Just go ahead and start posting comments below. Make sure you can hear us okay. You can see us okay. Everything's cool. All right. So let's go ahead and get into our live broadcast. A lot of you are new. Every time we have at least 10, 20 new people who might not know about Helium 10. So what we normally do is Matt will explain to you guys what Helium 10 is about. So Matt, take it away.
Yeah, thanks for the intro. So if you're new here, welcome. We usually have quite a few people on the live broadcast and a lot of you watching on the replay. What is Helium 10, right? Helium 10 is an all-in-one tool suite for Amazon sellers. We've been working for a couple years now to build out an entire tool suite so that you've got everything you need in one place. We're the most reliable, most accurate, and best value tool suite. We've got over 20 tools now, and we're working on a lot of cool things coming soon. So we've got everything from product research to keyword research to listing optimization, competitor spying, giveaway units required to rank on page 1, hijacker alerts, keyword tracking, profits, our new analytics tool, refunds, and everything in between. If you haven't downloaded the Helium 10 Chrome extension, go ahead and do that now. That's got 5 out of our over 20 tools. So go to helium10.com/extension. And I think Bradley's got something pretty cool to show you in just a second.
All right. So thank you very much. First of all, welcome to those. Anka, welcome back. Anka's a faithful listener or watcher, I guess you could say. Miranda. Miranda literally was just on with me on a webinar I just did like 10 minutes ago. So Miranda is a new Helium 10. She's brand new to Helium 10. Welcome. Thank you, Miranda, for joining us. Felix, welcome. Nice to see you again. Tony, Dwayne, Scott, how's it going, Dwayne? All right, so let's go ahead. I had said that I was going to talk about, for those of you who have mature listings on Amazon. That means, you're not in your launch phase. Maybe it's been about a year. And what happens sometimes is after a certain time, the things that you were doing before just wasn't working. Like maybe you have a certain PPC strategy. You have your, launching strategy. But then after a while, you're selling maybe 50 units a day. But then it's just like you can't break that 50. Or even worse, maybe you start going down. Like now it's 45 units a day. Now it's 40, 35. You're like, man, what do I do? Well, I wanted to show you guys just a different strategy that we learned from a gentleman in Europe named Tamir. And it's one of the reasons why we developed this part into Cerebro. Now, I've been showing you guys the compare ASIN. I'm going to scoot over a little bit here.
Come on in.
I put deodorant on,
Nice,
so don't.
good.
Yeah, all right. I used to call Matt out when he would always eat bananas sometime right before. I'm like, I hate banana smell, but he's been real good about that. And me, he used to hate my body odor because I would go to the gym, so I put deodorant on now. So anyways, all right, back on task. Let's check out the Tamir Method. Let me go ahead and share my screen here. All right, you guys see my screen right there? Vanessa, Brandon, Jolene, you see that? All right. So let's say we're in Amazon. Here, I was actually just searching for a felt Spanish hat. That might seem strange to you guys, but let's go to the one that I've done. And I've done this demonstration before, but I think so many of you guys have not seen this. How do you spell accordion again? A-C-C-O-R. It's not A-N, it's O-N. Yeah, accordion. All right. Nope, that's not it.
Take out the I.
There we go.
Yeah,
Accordion. There he goes. Okay. All right, guys. So I'm going to ask you a question. There's an interactive part right here. I know there's a delay, so it might take a couple seconds for you guys to answer. But here is my question, guys. Let's say that this was my product. This is a sponsor ad, but let's say my product is this professional accordion, $600 accordion. It looks like it has like Mexico colors, so probably maybe for a mariachi band. You're in a traveling. This is your customers like traveling mariachi bands who go play in restaurants, whatever. This is my product. This is your product. Okay. Now, let's just say that accordion is the most relevant keyword to your product. This is like the highest the highest search volume, the one that people find your product more, whatever. Whether this is or not, I don't know, but let's just say that for argument's sake. All right. Now, the traditional methodology of ranking your product or how to strategize whether you have an old product or not is you say, hey, my most relevant keywords, I need to be page 1, position 1. I need to have the Amazon's choice badge. I need to beat everybody else who's on the first page, or at least compete with them. They're all my competitors. So normally, if I ask this question, Matt, if I were to ask you, this is my product, right? And this is the accordion search results, right? This guy here has Amazon's choice. This guy is on my search page. Normally, 9 out of 10 Amazon sellers, if you say, hey, is this my direct competitor? What would they probably say?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. What do you guys think? Matt says yes, or he was saying on your behalf. Is that correct for Matt to say that most of you say, hey, this is my product. This is page 1, position 1 on my search result page.
For that main keyword.
Is this accordion Mugig? What kind of brand name is Mugig? Sounds like a mucus or something. Mugig accordion. Is this a competitor? Yes or no? Shalom, let me know. Federico, let me know. Lindsay. Chantel got her t-shirt. All right. Vanessa, Brandon. Somebody, hopefully the lag isn't too much. Sometimes this BeLive lag is ridiculous. You guys don't hear my questions right away. Same question like this. Woodstock accordion. Kids accordion. Is this my competitor because he is organically ranked page position 1? All right. Corey says yes. Federico says yes. Exactly. That is what most Amazon sellers. But guess what, guys? The answer is no. Matt, why would I say we didn't practice this? You can ask Miranda. I literally was on a webinar until like 15 seconds ago. So Matt and I have not practiced this. But Matt, can you get in my head? Why do you think I'm saying that this is not my competitor? I mean, it's on the first page. It's competing with me.
Yeah, I'm going to take a wild guess. The first two that you touched on, the one with Amazon's choice badge and then the red one below, those are both for kids. So
yes,
I would assume the one that you're going for with the Mexican theme is for adults. So would that be the main difference?
Pretty much. See, we've been working together 29 episodes. We're on the same wavelength there, guys. This is pretty cool. All right. Cool. So the reason why I say it's not your competitor is because if somebody is searching for accordion on Amazon and they are in a mariachi band and they do have a professional mariachi accordion that they're wanting to buy, would they ever in a million years buy this instead? A $21 kids accordion? Imagine going to the Mexican restaurant with your boys and you can't play in a band with a kid's accordion. So this is not my competitor. Vice versa, guys. If somebody, now it's almost Black Friday. Maybe you want to go buy a Christmas present for your nephew. That's like niece and nephew together. Your niece or nephew. And you want to buy them a $20 kids accordion. Would you ever in a million years you see this product, my product, and say, oh no, I'm going to buy this for them instead? No. Why would you buy a 5-year-old kid a $600 accordion? It's just not going to happen. So that's why these are not competitors despite being on the same page. So this is where Cerebro comes in. And I hope this blows your mind, guys. I'm going to go ahead and take this ASIN right here, saying it's my product. And I need to increase my sales. All right. Let me just, I want to check the sales here. Make sure I'm picking something that doesn't have that great of sales. Yes, that one has almost no sales at all. So perfect. All right. So I'm going to go here to Helium 10 dashboard. I'm going to go to Cerebro, which is our reverse ASIN lookup tool. And as I'm doing this, Matt, please explain to them what Cerebro does. We have people like Miranda, who's just got her Helium 10 account. She has no idea what Cerebro is. So how does that work?
Yeah, so we've got 2 keyword research tools. One is Cerebro. That's the reverse ASIN lookup where you can enter in an ASIN and we return all the keywords that ASIN is ranking for. And the other one is Magnet. So that's a seed keyword tool where you can enter in the seed keyword and we return all the most relevant keywords related to that keyword. So 2 different methods to search. Right now we're in Cerebro, reverse ASIN.
All right. So I am going to not just do the reverse ASIN on this, but I want to compare my product to the others who are crushing it on Amazon. So I'm going to do X-ray. And now I'm going to look for the people who are my direct competitors, who are my direct competitors and who are selling more than me. So again, this is not my competitor. $21, no. But look at this. This guy's doing $20,000 a month. It actually looks like my product even. It's got that Mexican theme going. So this is definitely my competitor, and he's doing 20 grand a month. So I definitely want to compare myself to him. I'm going to paste that right there. What else do we have here? Here's a $500 one. This guy is selling $20,000 a month as well. I want to compare myself to him. All right. What else? There's another one. This one is selling not so much, but selling more than me because I'm selling almost nothing. 8,000. So I'm just going to do these three. All right. Have I done this search before? Usually it'll tell me like, hey, you've done this search before. All right. So what Cerebro is doing now is it's going out there and it's searching for any keyword phrase that any of these 4 products are ranking for in the top 306, whether it's my product or any of these 3 competitor products. And the whole reason, like if this was my product, the reason why I'm doing this is I'm saying, hey, I'm making 0 sales a month, or like I'm selling 2 accordions a month, but these guys are selling $20,000 a month. So what are they doing that I'm not? All right. So there is 111 keywords on here. So I want to find out what are the keywords that all 3 of them are ranking for, not just one, because there might be a keyword that this product is ranking for that might be completely irrelevant to me. So if I just put all my eggs in one basket and say, oh, this guy is ranking for this keyword, so I need to rank for it mine, it could be something, a complete anomaly, that maybe he did some kind of promotion for this weird keyword, or he was in some kind of special YouTube commercial and everybody searched for his product with this keyword. Well, that might not have anything to do with your product. So if you base it all off of just one product, you're looking for trouble. All right. So I'm going to say, show me everything that at least 3 of these competitors are ranking for. So it's going to take that list of 111 keywords. It's only 24. So right here, this is what we call, or what my friend Boyan and I call the Tamir Method. All right. And this is somewhat different way of thinking, right? So he says he actually does not care about exact phrase search volume. Matt and I, when we're doing searches, what's like the first sort that we do usually?
Yeah, the best place to start is with search volume. There's some demand. So.
Yeah, so I mean that's like naturally. I'm sure you guys do it too. Like, oh, what's the most demand? He says he actually doesn't look at what the actual exact search phrase volume is. He doesn't look at whether it's on page 1 or not. That's usually the second thing I do. Show me what's on page 1. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with sorting by exact phrase. You want to find what's the most search volume. There's nothing wrong with looking for the ones that people are on page 1 because that's where you're converting. But all he cares about is relative rank. What does relative rank mean? Relative rank of what? What does that mean in this context?
The rank of your main ASIN in comparison to the other ASINs that you ran through Cerebro.
Exactly. So that's what he's looking for. Why? Well, here's the thing. If all things are equal, if he's not comparing it against brand names or against a company that's sending tons of outside traffic, all things equal, private label sellers, if for every single keyword that's relevant to these products, if he is ranking ahead of them, whether it's on page 1 or page 7, if he's ranking ahead of them, he's going to get more sales in them. That's just the bottom line. If we're not talking outside traffic or we're not talking about some ridiculous sponsored product campaign, if you're ranked higher than all your competitors for every single keyword, the bottom line is you're going to have more sales than them. So that's all he cares about. Every day he's got VAs looking at the relative rank. And the first thing he does is he looks at this ranking right here, NR. That means what?
Not ranked.
That means he's not even ranked. So here's a keyword that his competitors are all on page 1 for. Their rank average is 4.0, and he's not even ranked at all. So he's like, oh man, I got to get on this. I don't even think. Oh, here we go. So here's one, accordion strap. For whatever reason, accordion strap, he's actually ranked number 3. Like he's actually a little bit ahead of them. But again, his main goal is for each of these relative ranks to be number 1, meaning that regardless of if it's on page 1 or page 7, his ranking or his product shows before his competitors come up. Because if that's happening, that means organically he has sold more for that keyword than them. And if you combine everything together, he's overall beating them. So right now, as you can see, every single one here, he's either not ranked or he's like dead last. And that explains why his sales are less than the rest. So what does he do if he sees 4? Well, he'll go and do maybe some special, sponsored ad, for that. Maybe he'll do a giveaway. I don't know what his strategy is actually. Whatever strategy he uses, he is trying to optimize his listing for that keyword. So again, if you guys are stuck and all the traditional methods do not work, What I want you guys to do, go into Helium 10, enter your product on Cerebro. Go into who you know. I mean, if you've been selling for a while, you know who your main competitors are. You can use X-ray to see who's selling more than you. Go in there, pick like 3 or 4 or 5 who are selling more than you. Compare your ASIN to theirs. See what all of your competitors are all ranking for. That means highly relevant keywords to your listing, and check how you rank compared to them. And if you're last or you're not ranked, first of all, if you're not ranked, you might not even have that word in your listing. So that will tell you what you need to do in the first place. But if you're dead last, figure a strategy out that you can start taking over those sales. Maybe you don't even have that word in your bullet points. Maybe you're not even running PPC at all to that word, but do something to increase your rank on that keyword, and let's see if that can move the needle for you. All right. Did I just lose everybody here? Let me see. I haven't looked at the questions here. Let me just see what everybody said. Let me know, guys, right below what you guys think of that. If you've ever used that strategy yourself, or if that kind of blows your mind, you never even considered doing that. And oh yeah, the other thing is, don't go by who's just on page 1. If it's not your direct competitor, like a kid's accordion is not the same as the adult accordion, don't consider them as your competitor. Only look for the ones that look like your product. All right, let me just look what some people are saying here.
I think we all followed. So if that was a little bit long-winded, but what Bradley did there was he was speaking to the folks who have an existing product on Amazon, and you've been selling well for a certain period of time, and for whatever reason, your sales started to decline a little bit. So you're kind of looking to, I guess, bring some life back into your listing and bring your sales back up. And this is a great way to find keywords that your competitors are getting that you really may not be using.
Matt, can you help Felix out here? He says, we were talking about the relative rank right here. He's saying, what is the ranking scale on a relative rank? Is it 1 to 5 or 1 to 10? It's actually neither. But what is this relative rank referring to again?
The relative rank refers to your rank. If you can scroll up, Bradley. So it refers to your rank of the main keyword compared to the other, in this case, 3 keywords that you entered. So in this case, it would be 1 to 4, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So you'll either get returned to 1 out of 4 or more, depending on how many ASINs you run through the multi-ASIN search.
So all you have to do is mouse over right here, Felix, and you can see why it's ranked 4. So you see one product of my competitor is ranked 3, one is ranked 4 on page 1, one is ranked 9. But my product, that one in bold, it's not my product. I don't make accordions, but if this was my product, I'm ranked 197. So out of all these 4 products, I'm ranked number 4. How many products can you compare yourself to? What's the max you can put here?
I actually don't know.
It's I haven't tried it,
20?
but it's actually 10. 10 products you can put in here. So the highest number that you would ever see is 10 here, if you only put 10 products. But since I only put 3, then the highest number you would see is 4. So thank you for that question, Felix. All right. Catherine says, cheers. Federico says, great tip. And Claude says, how do I find out when Helium 10 will access Amazon Australia data?
Tons of people asking for Amazon
Australia.
Right.
Amazon's blowing up in Australia, so we might have to push our developers to make a push for Amazon Australia. Right now, we had promised all of the Amazon Europe people this year that we're going to get everything hopefully up and running by the end of this year. On the other marketplaces, we already have UK up and Germany up. So Spain, France, and Italy are next. And then we'll see about maybe, I don't know if it's going to be Australia or Japan or Canada. I'm not sure which one. We already have a lot of our stuff in Canada as well.
The Australia crowd is coming strong, so we see you guys.
Yes, Australia crowd. I'm about to go on an Australia crowd. There's an Amazon Facebook group that I'm going to go on a Facebook Live with them tomorrow. I forgot what it's called, but they have 5,000.
Right on.
5,000 sellers who are selling in Amazon USA, but they're all in Australia. So Australia is taking over. All right. So let's see any more questions. Let's see. Mila Rose said, interesting strategy again. Devere says, what's your tip to pump keywords ranking? All right. CPR guide. Check the CPR guide. That's a good tip right there. Helium. What's the URL for CPR guide?
Helium10.com/CPR.
Do we have someone on the back end today following along with us, giving links, or not today?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I'll go ahead and throw it in.
Yeah. Matt will throw that in there. He's multitasking today. Let's go ahead and get into some of your questions. Claude, there's no time frame for Australia, but it's probably not going to be November or December because, again, we are focusing on Europe because we had already committed to that way earlier in the year. So Australia will be next. All right, let's go ahead and some of these questions right here that we've gotten over the time. Remember, if anybody has questions, you go to helium10.com/questions. All right, let's go ahead here. Does Helium 10, this is from, let's see who gave this. Whoa, just went to the wrong page. This is from Rogerio. Rogerio says, does Helium 10 have a tool to track sales and profits? Matt.
Yes, we've got a couple. Black box and X-ray. So both of those tools will track sales, and obviously you can figure out potential profit from there. And then profits, our new financial analytics tool. If you got in a couple weeks ago, right now it's in closed beta. I think we're going to reopen it here again pretty soon. But if you got in, you're able to track your profits and your margins and all of your financial analytics data on a more kind of granular level. So you can stop guessing on or running spreadsheets on how your business is doing or how profitable each product is. And with profits, you can actually use to track that automatically. So to go back a little bit, I mentioned Black Box and X-ray. Black Box is our product research tool where you're going to enter in search criteria and find how much products are selling on Amazon, so how much revenue or sales they're doing. And then X-ray is where you can kind of dive deeper into the market, and that's in our Chrome extension. And you can see exactly how much the folks on page 1 are doing and kind of dive deeper into your competition.
All right. Thank you for that question. That was Rogerio. We have some follow-up questions from live, and we only got 7 minutes left here today because we got a cool webinar that we're doing.
A lot going on.
Federico says, I didn't understand what tool is not available for Amazon Italy. So right now, the X-ray is not working in Amazon Italy yet, and I believe Black Box as well. But if you ever have a question like Magnet, I believe works, for Italy. Inside the Helium 10 suite, there's always a drop-down menu. Let me try and put this to the broadcast again. So you could see which ones our tool works for. So like, for example, looks like Cerebro, has a spot for Italy and Spain and the other ones, and even Canada. But you'll know if it works or not by this drop-down menu if you see your country available. But Black Box and the Chrome extension, I know for sure, are not working for Italy yet, but it will be for fourth quarter. All right. And Natalia never gets on with the question because it takes us a couple episodes sometime to get to the question. But how can the listing come up from a low search volume to a high search volume keyword? Change the keyword in the title. What to do with the old keyword? So Natalia, I'm not sure what your question means, but if you want to focus on a different keyword, regardless of if it's high or low, yeah, you could put it in your title because the title is the most important place to have the keyword that you're focusing on, especially if you're doing some kind of launch or promotion. But you don't actually make your listing searched more. The way your listing is searched more is by having a higher rank or by having a higher rank on specific search terms. The more impressions you're going to get is directly coming from either outside traffic, but if you're not sending any outside traffic, it's going to come from PPC. But if you're not doing much PPC, the only other way that you can increase your sessions and your impressions is by increasing your sales rank. Because if you're on an important keyword, you're ranking on position 60, for example, page 3 or 4, it's very doubtful that many people are going to see you. But imagine that same keyword, you're ranked number 15, you're on page 1. You're going to get 10 times the amount of impressions that you got, but when you're ranked on page 3. So that's really important to do. What happened to that question? I lost it. Okay, next question here. Devere is asking about, he's done the CPR. Anything else to increase your ranking? PPC, absolutely. PPC is a must. Whether you're in launch stage or you're in maintenance stage, whatever stage you're at, there's always going to be words that you would never guess are going to convert for your listing that PPC is going to expose for you. But in order to get words that you're not thinking of, what kind of campaign should he be running? Should he be running only exact match?
You run a broad phrase or just to figure out more keywords to target.
Broad or phrase or even just an auto campaign. And then what's going to happen is Amazon's going to throw your product in front of other ones. Let's see here.
And anything else too, find YouTubers, find bloggers, find Instagram influencers, anything you can. Amazon loves outside traffic. So anything you can throw at your listing to get more sales is going to increase the rank juice in your keywords.
We have some fan mail here for Matt that
Hey.
we got to put on here.
Are you going live in Callie's group?
Yes,
Okay.
Callie's group is where I'm going. So
Right on.
Matt Benton, love your work. I love your work too. Awesome. All right. Send fan mail to Helium 10 main office. He likes chocolates and other things. All right. Jason says, does Helium 10 have any plans to create tools for Walmart online marketplace? I don't think at the time. Our schedule now is to try and finish for Europe and then, maybe Australia next. And we're coming out with a lot of relaunches for certain tools like Scribbles. I told you guys I saw a preview of that. The new Scribbles is coming out soon. It's totally awesome. So we got a lot on our plate right now, and we're trying to focus on Amazon. But in the future, yeah, maybe we might branch out to Jet or Walmart or others. Can we see search volume by months anytime soon? Possibly, if we get enough requests. Pretty much, if we get enough requests for something, we'll come out with it. That's actually the first time I've heard of that request on a Facebook Live. So make sure to send that request into support@helium10.com, and we tally all of those things. That's what drives us to make new tools. Ellen says, how to do a giveaway in Amazon. Is Helium 10 tool help in creating this promo? We mentioned, and Matt put it there, the Helium 10 CPR guide. But to actually do a promotion, you can use a launch service, or you could do a Facebook ad. And what's the link for people to know how to make a Facebook ad for a product?
Oh, man. I actually
don't remember.
Not know, but I will post it in the comments after the show.
All right, we'll post it in the comments. All right, we only got 3 minutes left. Catherine says, is Helium 10 going to be my one-stop shop? I'd love to drop all my monthlies. Email autoresponder, Facebook bot, ad management. Catherine, I feel that we're ready your one-stop shop, but a lot of those things that you mentioned, we've been getting a lot of requests for, so don't be surprised if you might see some of those in the future. I don't know exactly what the development team is working on, but again, everything that people are asking for over and over again, I mean, everything that we have right now in the suite comes from the sellers, because everybody said, hey, I need this kind of, reverse ASIN. I was one of those. I used to be a Helium 10 user. I would always send support like, guys, I want a reverse ASIN tool. Please, reverse ASIN tool. And sure enough, they came out with it. All right. So thank you for that, Catherine. All right. So guys, for those of you who are new, we usually come on for an hour, but we got something that's being used in this room. So what I'm going to do is last week we did it. We did a Midnight Madness. We did a Midnight Madness broadcast. So I might do that tonight again. Let me know who would be up. I mean, you guys can always watch the replay too, but we only got to like 3 questions and we still have hundreds I need to get through. So I'm going to probably do a Midnight Madness one tonight from another office. I'm not going to stay here all night like last time. So we'll get to your questions. So check out the Helium 10 board and then you'll see episode 29.5 maybe later tonight so I can get to your questions because we got to get out of here. We have a special code for you guys who are brand new. This is different than the webinar, code. There's a lot of cool stuff if you're on the webinar that you're going to get, but this is just for those of you who want to play around like for 1 month with the tool without the limitations. A lot of the stuff that you saw me do today you're not able to do that with a free tool. You have to have the full version of it. So what I want you guys risk-free is to get 50% off the first month. It's only like $47 for this first month. That's like $1.50 a day. Yep. So that's 1 McDonald's drink less per day. That's like 1 Starbucks coffee less every 3 days or something. I mean, so guys, it's really worth it. And then at the end of it, they decide they're not going to sell on Amazon. Are they out that $47 or what can they do?
Yeah, right. And we've got a full refund policy, right? 30-day refund. So if you decide you don't like the tool, it's a waste of your time, which it's not, we'll refund your money. We don't want to keep your money if you're not totally happy with the tool. And even without the code that Bradley's about to post, $97 for an entire suite of tools is insane. So $97. Bradley's got a 50% off coupon for you for the first month.
The world
code. It's kind of like hooray.
Oh, okay.
Hooray.
Oh, who? Like, so it's like, hooray. All right. We don't make up these codes. Richie does. Richie, if you're on Facebook, why are you trying to make our lives difficult with these weird codes? All right.
Cool.
HOORYEY. 50% off, guys. It's good through the end of this broadcast. If you're watching on the replay, it might not work because they usually turn it off, shortly after the broadcast. So try it. If you're watching on the replay, if it's like 2 days later, don't even try it. I can guarantee you it's not going to work. 50% off your first month. You can get your money back if you don't want to use it, but I want you guys for 1 month to use the full tool. What's the other code if they're watching on the replay? Do you remember that, Matt?
Not.
I think it's like AMA 10 or something like that.
I'll find it for you. 1 second. Let's see. AMA 10.
AMA 10. All right. If you're watching this on Facebook or on YouTube and it's like later than, it's like a few days later after this first aired and you want to get a discount on the product, we have a 10% discount on you. The 50% is really good, guys. So just jump on that. But the evergreen code that we're not going to turn off is AMA 10. All capitals. AMA 10. That'll give you 10% off, a lifetime membership with Helium 10. But I highly suggest getting on it because there's so many cool tools that you can't use if you just have the free version. So thank you guys very much. Tune in tonight for episode 29.5 where I'll just go nonstop on the questions. Otherwise, I'll see you Thursday at 3 p.m. with my partner in crime, Matt. Thank you guys so much.
Thanks, guys.